I'd like to thank everybody that watched this video, man. If you are in the market for painting your car, you can use the code LSCR10 from Grant 7 Paints and Coatings. LSCR10, you get 10% off the Oh My Clear. When you see that clear, it's gonna make you say, oh my God. We're gonna be using it in the future on something, but if you wasn't in that live, you don't know what it is. But yeah, Grant 7 Painting Coatings, LSCR10, get you 10% off the Oh My Clear. Tell a friend. It's your boy LSCHEVYRYDER254. Remember, identify your weaknesses, make it your strength. Life is all about choices. Choose wisely and productivity over procrastination. The hustle don't stop, the grind don't stop. Gone. Alright, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy LSCHEVYRYDER254, man. Tune in for another one. Part 4 to this LS swap Cutlass journey. So pretty much what I wanted to highlight for y'all, last episode, we'll go back to the beginning. First episode, we covered the wiring. Second episode, we covered the harness and how it was going to be wiring into the wires that we identified in episode 1. Now in episode 3, we installed a gas tank. I showed you which lines for this specific vehicle we were going to be replacing, etc., etc. And then so episode 4 is pretty much going to be like a continuation of episode 3. We just took care of like the rear of the setup, which is the main part, don't get me wrong. But as we move to the front, now that we have the fuel coming to the front of the vehicle, what we need to do is get the fuel up to the engine. Now, of course, y'all know the engine is gonna sit right here. How the engine gets up, or how the fuel, let me get my light together. So how the fuel is going to get up to this point is pretty much going to be through these two lines right here. Trying to get this little AC line out of the way so you can see. So if you look right there, let me see. Let me get you down in here, down into the jungle deep. So those two lines, one is you can identify to your left, it's going to be your feed line, and then to your right you have your return. These lines come from here pretty much. What we're going to do is we're going to run the hose or the line from here. We're going to run it up some, and then we're going to need to put a filter. Then we need because you need to filter, being that there's no filter anywhere, you have to filter your gas, because if not, whatever gunk or whatever it is that's in the tank or that's in the gas or whatnot, it will get into your engine, will get into your fuel lines, clog it up, mess up something, and we just don't want to have to deal with that. So basically what we're gonna do, we'll run that hose there, or from that 3/8, and it's easiest to do this when the engine is not in the car. I did it like this, I believe, on both the Caprice and the C10. So we'll go our 3/8 hose from there. We'll go like our 5/16 return to there, and basically those will just have to come up and around the motor. Now, we don't know exactly how long it needs to be, so what we're gonna do, we're just gonna start that line to be ran. We'll get it on there, we'll get it clamped down to where it needs to be. After that, then it will be solely, you know what I'm saying, on how long we need it to be. Now, like I told y'all, I was gonna do something a little bit different this time with the fueling. Now with the return line, I will be going just with the regular rubber hose because it's not under pressure. However, for the feed line, being that it is pressure, instead of spending, because I'm gonna say probably about, see, from there to wrap around to there, I would say probably like 4 to 5 feet maybe. So instead of paying, I think 4 to 5 feet of that hose is, I think at $6 a foot, you know, so you're easily looking at 20 bucks. So basically what I did, I reached out to eBay. This is coming from Zozal. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Zozal, aka eBay. Zozal is from Chino, California, by way of Hong Kong. I mean, I don't know, I'm just saying. So let me get this open and then I might be able to one-hand it. Alright, so let me show you what we got from Zozal. Zozal from California. So as you can see here, we have, this is not the steel braided line, this is the nylon braided. It does have the diameter that we need. The only thing that we need to do, we still use the clamps, right? We still use those fuel injection clamps, but we can use this braided hose. Not only does it look a little bit better, in the end it actually is cheaper. So that is why I opted to go with it this time. You will notice that I'm not gonna go with those fittings. However, you know what I'm saying, if you have those fittings in your budget, then by all means do what you do. But we're just gonna go with this line here, and all we will need is the clamps. Now, let me get over here because I know that I took the clamps that I had. There they go. So basically, these are the fuel injection clamps. You can get them from your local O'Reilly's or parts store or whatever that you get them from. I go to that O, and basically you would just take that, slip it over the end of the line like that, and then you'll crimp it down on that line. Now these fuel injection clamps I haven't had any issues with at all as far as leaking. The only time that I did have an issue with them, and it wasn't necessarily the clamp, it was just the actual what was it? Matter of fact, I can show y'all because I still have it. The only thing that I had an issue with these was this here fitting here. It was leaking. This was the original pump that was in the fuel, that was in the Caprice. The only issue that I had with this was there was a leak from this side. Yeah, it was a leak from this side. I'm guessing whoever made the hose, he didn't do it right or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it was a Holley, you know what I'm saying, Holley EFI fitting, whatever. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, like I said, not exactly sure what happened, but in the end it didn't work. So yeah, unfortunate. So let me show you what we're gonna do here. So now, after we get, let me walk y'all around to the engine. Now, after we get that, after one side of our hose is ran, get some lights on, darken this thing. Yeah, after our hoses are ran, or after one end of our hose is ran from, this is approximately where that line is going to be coming from. So we're going to go from right here around the back of the motor, and around the back of the motor, and then your feed line is going to come right here. Right here. So basically, all you have to do is, let me see. All right, so I just needed a second to go ahead and get this put on here just for demonstration purposes only. So our one line will be up here, flared on, the line flared, and then pushed onto this hose here, held on with a fuel injection clamp, like so. The rest of that line will go around the back of the engine. Is going to come over here to this side, where we will have it going back into the car, which I showed you guys right over there. So once that is ran, then for the most part, that's gonna take care of your fuel system. Now the fuel line that I need for the return, I believe is a 5/16, which is going to be, is this 5/16? No, this is 1/4. This is 5/16. Let me try this 1/4 as well. I'm gonna see which one fits better. So let me see here. Y'all right there while I fight with this. I'm trying to see which is gonna go better. So it looks like you might be able to get away with a 1/4 on this line. I thought it was 5/16. Because the 5/16 just slips right on it, no issue. Actually, it's probably a little bit more. There's actually probably a little bit more room than you want on there for the 5/16. That 1/4 is gonna go on that thing nice and snug. Probably will require a little bit more work, but I mean, you don't want it loose at all. Yeah, I would probably just do a 5/16 with a clamp. I've done it before, haven't run into an issue. The 1/4 is gonna be a little bit too tight. But if you want to try to wheel the 1/4 on there, I mean, by all means, give it a shot. Let me go over here to the car and see if which one of these is gonna work the best as well. Alright, so that is our line right there. And it looked like 1/4. Looked like 1/4 actually may not be bad on that side. There is a little bit of hose that we have to remove from there, but it looks pretty damn good. So yeah, we'll probably just go with a 1/4 for the return. I know sometimes 5/16 can be used, I know for sure, because I've used it before. However, it seems that in this situation that 1/4 may be better. So we're gonna rock with it that way and go that route. So we're gonna take a little intermission. I'm going to go get the 1/4 fuel line. I approximate, I don't even know if that's a word. I will need approximately, I'm gonna say 6 feet. It shouldn't be more than that. You know what I'm saying? I probably shouldn't need more than 6 feet. Because 6 feet will actually run the span. Let's see. So from the ground, I'm saying this is from the ground. This is 6 feet. Basically, from the front of the car. And so basically, from the front of the car, which is right there, all the way back to right here. This is pretty much here. So for a hose that is only going to go here, wrap back, and then go there, I don't think that we'll need more than 6 feet, but we'll get 6 feet just to be on the safe side. So 6 feet of 1/4 1/4 hose, and we will also need clamps. We'll need the clamps for the 1/4 hose, as well as a fuel filter. When I get back, I'll let y'all know that fuel filter, the part number, also the hose that we get, and then we're also going to need so we'll need hose and clamps, hose, clamps, and filter, and then I'll cut y'all back on after we get back and after these messages from our sponsor. Alright guys, as you can see, it's another rainy, dreary day. Whatever, I went ahead and opened up the garage. Let some fresh air in. Got back from the stove, man. Show you what we got here. So like I said, we're gonna get our filter. This, let me show you. It's a basic filter, 3/8. This shows where it goes in, so you don't put it on backwards. That's the in, that's the outs, 3/8 on both sides. Put it in that fuel line. Make sure we get, any contaminants or anything out of the way. And we also grabbed that fuel line. 1/4. I ended up getting 1/4. I know that when I got to the store, I was kind of debating on just getting 5/16, but I decided just to stick with 1/4. It went on the car fine. I believe it was gonna fit on here fine as well. Let me just double check that thought process. Let me double check that thought process. know it's a little bit of a tight fit, but I mean, we should be able to get it on there. So we just got to get it on there. Bitch. You can actually probably use like a little bit of oil.
Perfect.
Use a little bit of oil. It'll slide on a lot easier. See? Slid on a whole lot easier. So get it on there. Get it clamped down. And then this will be the return line that runs around the back of the motor. Now, I'm not gonna actually probably install this on the car just yet, or maybe I will. Cause I wasn't thinking about it at first, because we do want to start it on the stand. However, I do want to go ahead and get these installed on the car, so that we already have that enough length to go up to where we're trying to go. So from that point up to these lines, like I said, it honestly shouldn't be that much. It shouldn't be that much. Because actually, as far as these are like poking out, I mean, these may even need to be shortened like down to here. I'm gonna cut these down as far as the lines, that way that these can curve immediately behind it, like this. And then I got my fuel and I got my return line. But now we have those lines. And then, like I said, we got that filter now. Then I got the clamps, the fuel injection clamps. So that these can go. Originally, you would just need two, one for that side and the other side, but because you put this filter in the middle, you gotta have that. So. Off of here like this. So pretty much same concept. So yeah, you'll have the line will come up. And then there'll be a cut portion of this hose, and then it'll continue to go up to the fuel rail like that. So that's pretty much in a nutshell. Gonna be the fuel system. The only other thing that you will need to do is the connection for your fuel pump. Now, the line, or the wire from the fuel line, or from the wire from your harness from the fuel pump relay, is going to go directly to the connection for your pump. Let me show y'all. I got those here. Set y'all back up on the intake. So basically, I bought these off of Amazon, I believe. They are pretty much the same. It's a three wire setup, and this is going to go. This right here is going to plug into the harness. The 3 wires. Thought I was gonna move. Yeah, so basically from these 3 wires, you got your ground, your hot, and your sending unit. You know what I'm saying? So ground, hot, sending unit wire, and those plug into there. That connection that comes off of that fuel pump that's back up under the car that you can see I have hanging right there. Actually, it's the other side, because that's the side that is just like this. But yeah, same concept. You can see here. As you can see, I got the plug. I got the plug from the first one I did. This is the one that I did on the Caprice, because you don't. They sell it as both sides. I haven't seen where you could get it. It's just the connector side, but I mean, no big deal. So this one right here, black, red, blue. One thing you will want to make sure is that you pay attention to the wires coming off of the fuel tank, because it's pretty much just plugs in like this. Let me see if I can turn that wires in, that plugs into that like that, and then from there, let's say you just run a ground, which is here. That ground could potentially go right here where this ground is coming from. The hot, so it'll pretty much be a wire that's ran all the way back here to the fuel pump, and then the sending unit. That we will wire into this wire here. This was the original. So this was the original wire for the sending unit. So it's already a connector right there. It's kind of hard to see, but it's right there. And so basically, we'll plug this back into its natural port, and then we'll cut off this end here, and then that will go to the blue wire or the red wire, whichever one it was, or whichever one it's supposed to be. Whichever one is supposed to be for the sending unit, and then that'll be it. And yeah, man, in a nutshell, that's gonna be your the fuel. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna wrap up part 4. Like I said, the only thing that I'm not doing, because of the fact that we said that we're gonna start it on the stand, is actually connect those wires. But what I will do is those wires will be connected, like I showed before, right there and right there. Feed line, return line, and you're good to go, man. You're good to go. That's pretty much in a nutshell, man. So make sure you like this video, share this video, man. If anybody you know is doing the LS swap, and this could be helpful to them, let them know. Let them know about the channel. Let them know about this build that we got going on. This is part 4. And yeah, pretty much it. It'll probably be, like I said, we will be doing an engine stand start. Make sure everything is, good, which I don't doubt it will be, but just to do it, content. So I have to, I guess next video, we'll get next part of this series, we'll get the harness loomed up, and pretty much start attaching it here to the motor and getting everything ready to fire. By then, we should have some packages coming in for some, last minute, or not last minute, but some final pieces to be able to get this bad boy in here and get it running. So remember, identify your weaknesses and make it your strength.
Perfect.
Life is all about choices, choose wisely, and productivity over procrastination. And remember, the hustle don't stop, the grind don't stop. Go.